If your toddler follows you from room to room, keeps crying when you try to cook or answer a message, and can't stay engaged with toys for more than a minute, it can feel like this behavior appeared overnight. Most parents are told it's normal or temporary. But in most cases, it's being reinforced in small, everyday interactions. When you understand what's driving it, everything starts to change. In the next 10 minutes, you will learn what your toddler's clinginess is actually communicating and how to respond it correctly. The small daily habit that quietly reduces independence. Your toddler is peacefully playing on their own. They're stacking blocks, lining up toys, exploring drawers, or completely immersed in what they're doing. They're calm, focused, and content. Then, without realizing it, you comment on what you see. You might say something encouraging or ask a simple question, thinking you're being supportive. But in that moment, their attention shifts away from their play and onto you. Because you are their favorite person, they naturally choose connection over exploration. Over time, this teaches them that your attention is more valuable than staying engaged in their own activity. When this happens repeatedly, independent play shortens and clingy behavior increases. The simple shift is to pause. When your toddler is happily playing, resist the urge to comment and wait until they naturally look up at you. That moment of checking in is when engagement supports independence instead of interrupting it. Why constant reassurance can increase dependence. Now, when your toddler does look up at you and proudly shows you what they've made, this is usually where most parents accidentally create more dependence without realizing it. Almost instinctively, we respond with reassurance. We smile, we clap, and we say things like, "Good job," "That's amazing," or "You're so smart." And on the surface, this feels like exactly what a loving, supportive parent should do. After all, we're taught that praise builds confidence. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. When reassurance always comes immediately from you, your toddler's brain starts learning that their work isn't complete until you approve it. Instead of feeling satisfied with what they created, they start looking to your face to decide how they should feel. Did mom like it? Did dad think it was good enough? And slowly, that internal sense of pride gets replaced by a need for external validation. This creates two patterns that most parents find exhausting. The first is constant checking in. Your toddler begins interrupting their play every few minutes to show you what they're doing. "Look, is this right? Do you like this?" And while it might seem like they're just excited to share, what's really happening is they no longer feel secure continuing without your reassurance. Independent play turns into a cycle of play for a moment, run to you, get approval, then go back again. The second pattern is more subtle, but even more impactful. Your toddler starts avoiding challenges. When praise is tied to being smart or doing things well, mistakes suddenly feel risky. If getting it right earns approval, then getting it wrong feels like losing it. So instead of experimenting, problem-solving, or trying new things, your child sticks to what feels safe. And when things get hard, they don't push through. They come looking for you. Over time, this creates a child who doesn't trust their own judgment. They don't think, "I can figure this out." They think, "I need mom or dad to tell me if this is okay." And that's where dependence and clinginess start to take root. Now here's the shift that changes everything. Instead of reassuring the outcome, you start reflecting the process. You comment on effort, focus, and persistence rather than how good the result is. You might say, "You worked on that for a long time," or "I noticed you kept trying even when it didn't work at first," or "You really concentrated on that." And something important happens. Your toddler starts learning that trying matters more than pleasing you. They begin to feel proud before they even look up at you. Their confidence starts forming internally instead of relying on your reaction. And here's the key connection to clinginess. When a child trusts their own ability to handle things, they don't need to constantly seek reassurance. They don't need to stay glued to you to feel safe. They're more comfortable exploring, playing, and figuring things out on their own because they're no longer dependent on your approval to feel secure. Now, if you're realizing that you've been using phrases like, "Good job," or "You're so smart," all the time, don't worry. Almost every parent does this. The good news is that small changes in language can make a huge difference. And once you start shifting how you respond, you'll often see longer stretches of independent play and a noticeable decrease in clingy behavior. Now, before finding out what is stopping them, to put your attention on their playtime, hit the like button so more and more moms could find out about this issue before their child become clingier. How your environment may be discouraging solo play. Even if you're doing everything right with how you talk to your toddler and how you respond to their emotions, there's another factor that can completely undo all of that, and it has nothing to do with your words. It's your physical environment. And for many families, this is the hidden reason independent play never seems to last. Toddlers are naturally curious. When they see something new, their instinct isn't to admire it from a distance, it's to touch it, open it, climb it, or test it. This curiosity is not misbehavior, it's how their brain learns. But problems start when your home isn't set up for this kind of exploration. If there are breakable items within reach, unsafe objects on low shelves, or important things placed where little hands can grab them, your day quickly turns into constant supervision. You find yourself following your toddler from room to room saying, "No, not that," "Don't touch," "Be careful," or "Come over here." And while this feels like responsible parenting, it sends a message your toddler's brain picks up on very quickly. What they learn is that moving freely isn't safe unless you're right there. Exploration becomes something that requires permission. Instead of confidently engaging with their environment, they start checking in with you before touching anything, or they stay glued to your side because that's where safety and clarity exist. Over time, this creates more clingy behavior. Not because your toddler is needy, but because their environment doesn't allow independence without constant correction. From their perspective, staying close to you simply makes life easier. Now, here's where the shift happens. When you create what many parenting experts call a yes space, everything changes. This is an area that's been intentionally set up so that almost everything your toddler can reach is safe. There's nothing fragile to protect, nothing dangerous to remove, and nothing they constantly need to be told not to touch. This doesn't have to be an entire house. It can be one corner of your living room, a gated play area, or a toddler-proofed bedroom. The size doesn't matter. What matters is that your toddler can move, explore, and choose activities without hearing no every few seconds. And when toddlers experience this kind of freedom, something important happens. They stop relying on you as their safety guide. They don't need to constantly check in or stay attached to you because the environment itself supports independence. This sense of safety without supervision builds confidence, and confident toddlers are much more likely to play on their own, explore longer, and naturally spend less time clinging to you. If you are a new mom, or if you are looking for solutions to your newborn's grooming, you must consider subscribing, because we come up with a new video about baby issues every other day. The natural instinct that accidentally creates clinginess. When toddlers struggle, parents instinctively step in to help. Whether it's fixing a fallen tower, correcting clothing, or solving small conflicts, the intention is care and efficiency. But when this happens too often, toddlers begin to learn that hard moments require adult intervention. Without opportunities to struggle and succeed on their own, confidence doesn't have space to grow. This lack of confidence leads children to rely more heavily on their parents for reassurance and support. The shift is learning to pause before helping and allowing your child to attempt the challenge first. When help is needed, guiding instead of taking over teaches problem solving and builds resilience. Each small success strengthens independence and reduces clingy behavior over time. What toddlers actually need to feel secure without hovering. When parents stop hovering, reassuring, and rescuing, toddlers may initially react with frustration or emotional outbursts. This can make it tempting to constantly acknowledge feelings in an effort to calm them quickly. However, repeatedly labeling emotions in these moments can unintentionally escalate the reaction. What toddlers need most is a calm, steady presence that communicates trust in their ability to cope. When children sense that you believe they can handle challenges, even uncomfortable ones, they begin to feel secure without needing constant attention. This sense of security is what ultimately allows independence to grow.